Today on Logan Lee's Adventures, my husband Jeroen and I venture through southeastern Sicily, where the land softens into honey-colored stone and wide skies, and three towns, Noto, Ragusa, and Modica, feels less like destinations and more like chapters in the same sun-drenched story. Sicily as a whole sits slightly apart from the rest of Italy, and the southeast where we're at now, where we're going to be exploring Noto, Ragusa, and Modica, feels even more distinct, shaped by geography, history, and a long memory of being both central and peripheral at the same time. We're here in the small town of Noto, but right in the square is everything you gotta know. So what is that behind us? Like a, what would you say? Church. And then spinning around, look at this architectural centerpiece. Bam! 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 So with Noto, we're in the Val di Noto, which is basically this region that was devastatingly destroyed by an earthquake way back in 1693. Now flash forward, they rebuilt about 8 towns in this region, and it all became UNESCO heritage sites for its amazing feat of Baroque architecture from the 17th century, like churches like this. These 3 towns that we are going to visit in this vlog are part of a UNESCO World Heritage listings called the Late Baroque Towns of the Val di Noto. So the Val di Noto is the valley that we're in right now, and UNESCO recognized them in 2002 not just for the individual monuments here, but for the collective achievements that follow the catastrophic 1693 earthquake that rocked this valley. Entire towns were rebuilt almost from scratch, and what emerged was a remarkably coherent, inventive version of Late Baroque, dramatic without being heavy, theatrical but deeply tied to landscapes. Churches swell and curve, staircases spill into piazzas, and you'll see that facade seems designed to catch light at different hours of the day. It's Baroque, adapted to Sicily's sun, terrain, and temperament. All the bells are ringing in this town. It sounds like they're competing against each other. You can kind of hear it. Or you can hear this main one because we're right here. But then you can hear another church bell all the way across town too. Just the beautiful thing about walking around Noto, or anywhere I guess in Sicily, is that you really feel the age of this region. Look at this, just casually as I'm walking down this cobblestone street. Roaming around Noto feels like stepping into a city just carved from light itself. The limestone glows in the gold of the afternoon, then blushes pink as the day settles in. And Logie Bears, the thing about Noto is that you can see places like Corso Vittorio Emanuele, which is this huge street that runs like a ceremonial spine through the town, and then the Cathedral of San Nicolo, which rises at the end of the street with operatic flair. And all of this just gives Noto an elegant, symmetrical, and almost serene, less gritty Sicily and more aristocratic dream, especially during this season that we're in right now. We're just viewing the many wondrous church in this region and in this town. You can never get enough. There's so many beautiful architecture around. It's my favorite time of the day. lunchtime. So we're at Vico di Santi, which is just right on the terraces across the church here that we saw earlier on. Can't wait to chow down and to chill in the hottest part of the day. Nothing completes a meal like tiramisu. The thing that is kind of astounding us right now is that Noto is this, you see this one street behind us? It's basically this one main street, but all the architecture, the lights is like bam, 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 one after another. It's like the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. It's just one room after another of like so much cool things for the senses. Like right here, casual. Look at this beauty. And we're basically near the end of the street, and then across from us too. Look at that. Right, so we have arancini al burro right here, which is prosciutto and mozzarella, and then we have arancini with horse meat, cavallo. Yep, you heard it right. It doesn't get more traditional Sicilian than this. This is a place called Arancina Planet, and it's a little hot on the outside, so just take your time digging in. Learn from my past mistakes. Look at that. The horse meat coming through. Even though it's not our first time having horse meat, had it in Slovenia and Vietnam, this one actually kind of tastes like ground beef, the arancini. Oh, that stretchy mozzarella goodness. How far can it go? Still can go far. Woo! Look at that! Look at that! Oh my gosh! Look at that string! Oh my gosh! Whoa! It's like flossing. You may be wondering, what was that view? So that whole side sweeping view of that town is called Ragusa. Actually, Ragusa Ibla, which is the historic old town where we are right now. I'm actually on the terrace. We got into town, checked into our Airbnb, on the terrace overlooking these cool different alleyways and the historic center that we are in right now. You can see the dome of the church up there. So beautiful with the blue color against all of this backdrop. So you can see all around me that Ragusa Ibla is a sloping hillside area of cool alleyways, gray stone houses, and just Baroque masterpieces around the whole historic city center that we are going to be exploring. Now, because our Airbnb is in the historic center of Ragusa Ibla, I just want to show you this cool property just a bit before we hit the town. So this is the kitchen. Very cute. Really like these wood beam roofs here. And then from the kitchen leads up into this terrace area that we have to ourselves. And to have a private terrace just to ourselves in Italy, I mean, you can never go wrong with that. And it overlooks this lush green area. You can actually hear the church bells in the distance. I hope you won't get bored on churches on me because, as I said, this region is just full of spectacular Baroque wonders, and part of it are the church architecture, just like this one. This is the Cathedral di San Battista Giovanni. Ragusa is such a more complicated town than Noto, the town that we were just in, and far more intimate because of it. So Ragusa is actually split in two, and the town tells its stories in layers. So Ragusa Superior sits above, practical and modern, while Ragusa Ebla clings to the hillsides below and is known for a dense knot of Baroque beauty and quiet streets. Ebla is where the time slows in Ragusa. And as we wander downhill through a maze of staircases, laundry lines, and small piazzas until the huge Duomo di San Giorgio appears, I'll take you there just in a bit. All these facades rise like a wave of stone. Life here, I've learned, is quite a tension between pride and precarity. So the thing is, tourism has brought restoration, jobs, and renewed attention to this area of Sicily, but it's seasonal, right? And it's uneven. And many young people leave for Catania, Palermo, or northern Italy in search of steady work, returning just for the holidays or not even returning at all. So those who stay often juggles multiple roles from what I've learned, whether that be working in bars, helping with family land, renting a room to visitors, while holding onto a strong sense of belonging. And these towns that we're in can feel quite protective, even insular, but once you're known, you're folded into the daily rhythms quickly. This church right here is called the Church of St. Mary's of the Stairs, because literally there's so many stairs. It goes all the way up and down just surrounding this church because it overlooks the old historical part of Ragusa. The landscape shapes local life as much as history does here. Valleys, hills, and long drives between towns make car necessary for everyone. And the fact that I don't have a driver license still is, well, thank goodness Yuru knows how to drive. The sea is close, but it's not central to daily routine here. I mean, I know Sicily is an island, but the sea is more like a place where you would visit on the weekends rather than you live around it. And food in this region is seasonal and specific, like ricotta in the spring, tomatoes and aubergines in summer, and hearty dishes when winter arrives. And much of the social life, I've learned, still revolves around the table and homes more than restaurants. Now this is the Duomo di San Giorgio, a Baroque just splendor right smack middle of Ragusa. I'm gonna soak it in. For locals living here, it's not about spectacle, but continuity. It's about knowing the sound of church bells without checking the time, recognizing footsteps on stone stairways, and measuring life by festivals, harvests, and family milestones. I absolutely love that. It can feel limiting, I think, to some people because it's small towns, right? So could be even claustrophobic. But I think it can also feel deeply anchoring. It's like a life shaped less by ambition than by place, where history isn't something you visit, but something you carry with you every day.
Narcisetto ad uncino d'amor che Robin alla vittoria alla gloria militar che Robin alla vittoria alla gloria militar.
Such a beautiful garden here, a park garden, but with such delightful views. Friends, alright, after exploring Ragusa, we are at Risu, which is just right outside of that beautiful bucolic garden park that we were just in, and now we're gonna have a ricotta bar and cheese experience. So this is quite unique, a different deviation from the typical pasta pizza that we love and the arancini, but now we're gonna get homemade cheese here at this ricotta bar. We are going to get this one, and then this one. We have a ricotta bowl right here, and how Sicilians eat it is with homemade bread dipped into the ricotta bowl. So it literally is a bowl of ricotta.
Warm ricotta.
Oh, warm ricotta. It's so warm and homey, this burrata bowl. You wouldn't just say that it tastes like, what, the inside?
So it's actually ricotta, not a burrata.
Wait, it's a ricotta bowl?
But it tastes like burrata.
Yeah, it tastes like the inside of the burrata. It's just all warm and gooey. And then you can just eat it however you want to eat it. You can eat it like the locals do with bread dipped. And you can just finish it up. Yeah, exactly. Can't ever say that I had a cheese experience like this before, where literally have a whole bowl of just melted cheese in this way. Not fondue.
Just take the outside of the mozzarella, and then just take the inside out, or make it out the inside, and then fill it up with here like this, and then fill it up with black cream.
Oh, like the skin of it.
So it does not come out of it, like it's not like it's ripened and to a certain extent or something, which made.
so cool wandering around Ragusa at night. It's just the evening, buonasera, but it's already just so quiet. And it feels like playing hide and go seek in a medieval town. Especially with all the steps going up and down into the little alleyways. Buonasera. Modica is the final town we are visiting. It is a warmer, more visceral and deeply tied to pleasure than Noto. Like Ragusa, it tumbles dramatically across a valley, and Modica houses stacked and folded into one another, crowned by this just gigantic, impressive Duomo of San Giorgio, which I'll be taking you inside later. But Modica's identity is inseparable from chocolate. So apparently they were introduced by the Spanish centuries ago, and it's cold pressed chocolate becoming this grainy, aromatic, and intensely flavored cinnamon, chili, citrus peel, and tasting like it's like participating in a living tradition rather than just a trend. So we are on the lookout for it, and we need to try it here. Best you bet we will. Now for the last city of the UNESCO Baroque towns, Modica. We're going to be exploring Modica. Modica is actually in two parts, like most of these UNESCO towns. There's the historical center, the Modica Alta, which means higher Modica, and then there's Modica itself. So we're going to be exploring the historical centers for more gems like this. This is the Crema Cafe. This is our breakfast, basically. And then this beautiful cream croissant. I'm plenty addicted to these cream croissants. So happy to have them for breakfast. I love just sitting at the bar, eating these for breakfast. Such a great way to start the day. How's your crema cafe?
Good.
It was just a random bar that we just popped into for a little quick breakfast bite and sip. So good! The croissants. I'll be dreaming about that one for a while. Doesn't this look like... What does this look like to you? Something I would produce milk?
To go.
Please.
It's a spicy chocolate.
Spicy chocolate?
Yeah, pepperoncino. Wait for it.
I don't taste the spice though.
That's the kicking.
Okay.
You feel it in the back of your throat.
Let's see. I can handle spice quite well.
Okay.
Oh my god, I taste it now. Yeah, you're right. It takes over a little bit, but it does come like peppery. So after our breakfast at the bar, just like right next door, walking. I was filming, talking to you guys, and then all of a sudden, Cafe d'Art, we saw all these people having like dessert. It's only about like 9 a.m. right now. So curious, so we went in. Gelateria inside. So of course we had to get some flavors to try out, and when in Italy, have gelato for breakfast. We're trying to find this chocolate demonstration place / chocolate museum because we saw a sign for it, but of course in typical fashion I get lost and end up in cool little nooks and neighborhoods. I mean, it's really not hard to end up in cool nooks and neighborhoods when you're in a Baroque UNESCO-listed town. But where is this place? Yeah, they're beautiful colors. Like the turquoise. I'm telling you, this town is known for its chocolate making. And Modica even has a museum just for chocolate. And now look at this view of Modica. It is so beautiful. Modica has an earthy soul. Like, think churches rise unexpectedly from tight streets and the town feels alive with daily rhythm rather than polish for display. Culturally, there's a stronger sense of self-sufficiency here. So historically, this part of Sicily was rural and aristocratic rather than mercantile, and that legacy of the aristocrats still shows. Families are tight, social circles long-standing, and trust here, I've heard, if you lived here, is built slowly compared to northern or central Italy. There's less emphasis on efficiency and forward momentum, and more on endurance, such as making do, adapting, staying rooted. So time in that way kind of feels elastic. Deadlines bends, and for locals here, relationships matter more than schedules.
Guardate che questo è un problema che riguarda tutti noi. Se un vescovo o un sacerdote mi dice che per me adesso cosa c'è, cosa mi dà, non so dire cosa. È la parola di Dio, è vivere come figli, volerci bene. Non è la parola di Dio in avere, ma Gesù è questa parola. Per cui amate vuol dire
Tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girando, delle belle turbando al riposo, ma ci sei tuo d'amor.
We have the Duomo di San Giorgio right behind us, and then this epic scene of florals and the rest of the town in front of us.
Avrai questi bei panacchini, quel cappello leggero galante, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante.
Together, Noto, Ragusa, and Modica, all three towns that we've visited so far, offer a Sicily that is Baroque but grounded, dramatic yet deeply human. This is a place where architecture carries memory, where walking is best form of understanding, and where beauty doesn't rush you. You don't just visit these towns, you linger in them, letting stone, sun, and silence do most of the talking.
Fra guerrieri può far bacco, gran bustacchi stretto sacco, schioppo in spalla, sciabla a fianco, collo dritto, l'uso franco, un gran casco, un gran turbante, molto onor, poco cantante, poco cantante, poco cantante. Ed invece del fandango una marcia per
Santa Maria del Gesù is just a leap into the past, and this is such a gem set into the urban fabric of this city. And so they did a wide restoration project here, and it turned out really well and such a great investment.
Non più avrai quel cappello, non più avrai quella chioma, non più avrai quell'aria brillante, non più avrai farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girato, delle belle tornando a riposo, Narcisetto Adolgino d'amor.
Okay, Loki fam, I hope you've been enjoying our Sicily UNESCO road trip, and we're gonna end it right here, but there's gonna be more Sicilian adventures coming your way, so don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already, give this video a like, and leave us a comment below, because from the food to the architecture, we want to know what's your favorite, because we have so much love for this region of Italy. Alright, tune into the next video.